Hi, this is Mia. It's Tuesday morning. Let's see. Tuesday's the T-Mobile. I haven't done any T-Mobile. And they don't really give you a message or something across your screen. Let's see if I have. So I got scammed. Okay, I didn't get scammed. I did that radio. This is Talk Radio 1 8-minute audio live yesterday, and I got a phone call about 40 minutes later, and I got another phone call a couple hours later. Then I got at least one phone call this morning around 10 something, and oh shoot, I don't know my password. Shoot. See if that's it. Nope. Dang it, I hate when the apps log you out. Like, how am I supposed to know anything? Here's the Tuesdays. It's a different one. Okay, so there's more than one app. They got me. They got me, kid. See, donation match. Buy some Reeboks. Buy some learning stuff. There's all learning stuff. And PayPal, YouTube. Commercial free YouTube. Okay, nothing free. I missed all this. It was a 613 or 614 number that I got from these people since last week. New York, New York. And so I had gotten another phone call yesterday, and I said, I'm not answering. It's them. They're using a different phone. And I listened to the message, and it's somebody just had to sign my clinic up for LabCorp out here. And for the LabCorp test, so I can draw blood or send patients to get tested. So now I'm all mad that I'm not able to. The heck was that? I'm gonna check. I'm all mad because I am missing. I'm gonna make sure our trash is right next to the table. I'll make sure nothing we want falls in there. And missed my phone call. Luckily, I was able to get a hold of the lady right away. Oftentimes, I think it's a scam. I'll just let the phone. I won't listen to the message for like a long time, if ever. Or even if it's my friend, I don't listen to the message, which is kind of rude. But, I mean, I'll listen to it eventually. But sometimes it's like, hold on, I'm going to charge this device. Computer. I need some more pens. I have a feeling I have some in my medical bag. So I get a phone call, and they say it says like, you have a different. So basically, I saved all the numbers from this talk radio, and I saved a number from that lady. She had her office number be New York, New York, and I think her cell phone was like a 5-something number, a different area code. And so I got really, like, maybe she's calling from a different office number or somebody else in the. Everyone's working remotely. Maybe she has to forward my information and have someone else tell me that I'm enrolled and get me signed up with my order forms and my stuff that I need. Get me a representative. And so I got the phone call from the radio station this morning, and I didn't answer it, and I'm staring at the phone, and like I'm watching TV. I was watching Game of Thrones, and then because I'm just starting to watch this. I watched it once last year, and I end up answering the stupid phone. New York, New York. I was like, it might be that lady. She said she was going to call, and it's them, and they're like, hi, you did a radio show, and it was like, scratchy. It was like they used a device or something to change their phone number. It was all scratchy,
and like he didn't answer at first, and I was like, I should hang up now, and all this stuff, and I didn't hang up, and I felt stupid and like mad, and I just let this guy talk about my family and, oh, how's your family and this stuff that's going on, and we have sponsors but you had to pay. You did a great job. Have you done public speaking before? Is um this is $1,000 special. It's going to be only 500. We know people aren't, needing, or well, they didn't say people need help, but we're going to give you a special. You pay for one commercial, and the sponsors will pay for the other. And not commercial. It's like a 30-minute segment on this radio. And I was just like, I'm not going to pay money. I was like, someone already told me that it's going to be money. I don't have any money. I don't have any income. He's like, well, are you working? Blah blah blah. And he's like, we're gonna get the advertisers for you and the um advertisers and the sponsors. And I was just like, I think that this radio channel, and I shouldn't have done the talk in the first place. I think this radio channel is fairly new because I could not find much information. I saw only one. Was it a BBB result saying, and it was in broken English, that they didn't get the product. Whoever the person was did not get the product. So I think that conversation got them done, because now I just am tired of getting people mixed up because they have the same area code. I also got another phone call from a 503 Oregon number yesterday. I almost didn't answer, and I did, and it was another representative about this computer that I saw information about. The CTI or CTL, I don't know, CTL, that I never heard of before. And I've been sitting here borrowing this computer from the library, so like maybe I'll buy one. Maybe. I'm like, I need something that works, and this works on 5G. I need something that has a long battery charge. The thing about the Chromebook is I'm not going to have all of my stuff the old-fashioned stuff that I like a CD-ROM drive, and I don't even really see that many data ports or USB. There's like one. There's two USBs, and there's some other. It's like, is that for micro SD card? I don't even know if that's a micro. Anyways, it's not the same as my old Toshiba laptop from the olden days, that clunker that I call Millennial Falcon. How do you say it? Millennial? Oh my gosh, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just drink some lemonade with the flavored water. I have been spaced out. I don't know if it's lemonade. Sometimes I get something in my diet, where's my cup, where I don't need it, like corn or rice, and I don't feel right, and I wonder if that's what's happening right now. I'm really tired and unmotivated today. I did my exercises for do the splits already, thank God, because I didn't do it yesterday. I wanted to do yoga and my exercises from the TV every day. I vacuumed the other day, and I didn't move my little mat over here. I got two of them, and I can't believe I paid like $16-17 for these mats from China, and they're super small. One is the size of a big placemat, and the other one's maybe almost twice as big as it. It's very small. I knew from the picture, they did it in centimeters, that it showed a couch with a big rug, a rug in the middle of the floor, a large rug. And I knew there was different sizes. I didn't pull out my measuring tape. I was too lazy. And I knew that I had a feeling. I was like, wait a second. 10 centimeters. I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Like, this is that big. Like, I'm like, okay, 60 centimeters is like nothing, It's like, you think in English, 60 inches is not that big for a rug. But I also bought the clips for the face mask. And they go behind your head, and it was like $2 and something for 20, and I was like, I don't need to pay $2 and something for 20, and it ended up costing me just as much in shipping, so it was 7 something. I'm like,
I order like big things and they'll say 94 cents shipping. And so I'm concerned about that. About that whole situation with buying something from far away. This is filthy. Buying something from far away. Let's see if there's a way to open it. Looks like someone put tape over that part so that it wouldn't inadvertently get open. This is so dirty. Let's see if I can get it open. So we'll do eBay later. I'm doing a short video because I already did 2 long videos yesterday, and I didn't convert them and delete them, and they're pretty long. So let's see if this is what I ordered. I asked a question. There was a medical supply site, 500 tongue depressors, and I want the individually wrapped ones. And they don't have to be sterile, but they probably are if they're individually wrapped. But whatever, I want them individually wrapped, so I don't want just a box of tongue depressors. I'll take it. That's all I can get. Oh my god. I hope these are the right forms. Oh my god, are these loose? Oh, I don't want to open this. It's like, these are all loose in here. And they respond to my question. I think I asked, are these individually wrapped? And they respond to my question. Oh, this is really thin paper. Alright, I bought 500 of these claim forms. I have 500 claims to submit. I don't have that many stamps. I should probably keep them straight so I can send them in a big envelope so they can scan them. I'm just going to take them out. So keep that in the box. Let's see. I paid like $21 and some cents for that. The shipping was $7. So the library, I ordered it on the 31st. But I did not order it to my P.O. box. I was hoping that it was it doesn't even have the price on it. I was hoping that I had carbon copy. Actually, I mean, I thought I saw something carbon copy somewhere. That was going to be really expensive. Maybe that was a different product. Let me wash my hands. I just came from Niles, Illinois. I have a feeling that they just printed the item. So how do people make money by using an internet store? I have an internet store that I pretty much shut down because my products are all in Oregon. I had a digital book I was going to sell. I didn't even finish the book. It's probably in an old computer somewhere. So I should do the book today. I could probably type 1,000 words in the next like 20 minutes. Which I need to do that for my clinic. So I have some stuff to do for my clinic. It is exhausting. I'm not going to lie. I did not think that this would be the case. Working from home to do the work that I need to do. And I'm thinking in my mind, wow, I'm exhausted. And I'm hardly doing anything. I'm not finishing it. I'm not doing the billing. I found out some stuff on the billing, so I'm going to have to rebill some other stuff. So I was paying 25 cents a page for this. If I had my fax machine, I could print it and correct it and fax it without a stamp. But now I have to use a 50 cent or whatever it is stamp. I'm running low on stamps. I brought a few. I sent some to my kids. There's probably a bunch in the drawer they couldn't find. I should have them send me stamps and envelopes and stuff. So I got a few envelopes. So, okay. If I did 5 eBay items, I have a shirt, a pair of pants. I have some shipping supplies. I have some big ones, some boxes. They're not big. They're like that size. But the box is like this big when it's flat. And I'm like, oh crap, I don't have a way to ship that. I was thinking it would be smaller and that I could stick it in an envelope with a piece of cardboard to make it not get bent. And so that's not an option. So that shipping would probably be a lot
I mean, there's a possibility of just stick it in an oversized folder, or just wrap it up in cardboard and ship it as a 1 pound parcel, 1 pound package, which is an idea. Because I have all these cardboard boxes, I could just sandwich it in between two and make that the box, tape it together. So I'm probably going to sell the shipping supplies because I'm not selling anything else. And let's see, what else? Do the billing. If I can get it out in the next hour, I'm not going to worry about the time. I finished 2 charts, so I can do the billing now and ship it out. But the mail has been coming. I feel like it's been coming after 1. So I was watching the Game of Thrones, and I'm going to stop it. So I'm going to go to YouTube. I feel like I don't want to stop it. My partner already saw these, and he wants to watch this with me. But I think there's 8 seasons. So we do have Excalibur, which he does not like. I was like, they're kind of similar, aren't they? Like who doesn't like the tale of Excalibur and Merlin and King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table? Like, who doesn't? Who does not? So, okay, I get it on my screen. So I was thinking a couple times in the past couple weeks about summer 2019. So summer 2018, I got to my lowest weight that I know of as an adult, which was not as an adult, but after having kids and stuff, 127 on the lowest day, which I was probably dehydrated, so that was not consistent. It might have been my Wheeze at home. It has all that data. So there's a yesterday one, 216 and 258. And it looks like I have some videos from March 26th that I don't know why they're on here. There's 3 videos, so I'm trying to just get rid of all the videos. So yesterday was the 6th, right? So I'll say April 6th, 2020, first check in video, early afternoon. Let's say from me. I just keep thinking about the stupid stuff. Nobody cares, so it's really hard to be excited about my own life because no one gives a crap about, oh, that's nice. And sometimes one person cares. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes one person cares, and I'm like, that's not good enough. So I need to just care for myself and be grateful that one person cares. So my one friend cared about Vegas and all this. I have done the dating in 2018. I was working 7 days a week. I was sleeping around 3 hours a night. I was working about usually 3 jobs a day, plus eBay. So I was doing my clinic, my eBay store, vending in the store for Advantage, vending in the grocery store for Advantage, and then that's why I was also doing adult beverage. Or was that early 2019? It might have been. I don't know when it was, but they canceled it. And then the Pizza Hut job, 2018. Why does that seem like it was not that long ago? Yeah, 2018. So 2018 was my second Christmas at Pizza Hut. So that means I started there in 2017. So that whole entire year of 2018, I was doing pizza, and then most of the year 2019. So over almost exactly 2 years. So I thought that first summer that I started there, that I would be able to go outside. The guys that smoked and vape, they went outside frequently to smoke. So I thought I'd get to watch the sun go across the sky a couple times throughout the evening and go out that last hot summer sun where it starts to cool off and there's a cool breeze. That didn't happen. It was so busy. You're inside. The oven's 420 degrees. The fryers, the oven. It was not happening. It wasn't happening. Even when I first started, I'm like, you can't get breaks. You can't go to the bathroom. Smokers can just smoke and go out and get a snack and eat it out on the sidewalk. Because people are like a lot of bosses are smokers. Like, oh yeah, you need your... Because those people will get intense. Like, yeah, you need your tobacco. You need your nicotine. So my son's like, you should fake vape, Mom. Like, that's not a bad idea to go out and fake vape. But I didn't do it. And now they're like kind of banning all that stuff. So I'm at that point where I took a little break off of one job because they cut my hours already. I should have applied for unemployment. And in the back of my head, it's when you're so busy and you're so desperate and you can't pay your bills and you're trying to sell everything you own. You're at the post office 1 to 2 times a day, 6 days a week. It's like stupid. It's like you don't have time to sit and ask for unemployment or ask for food stamps, and you already got cut off food stamps because you make 30 cents more than you're supposed to, even though your rent goes up, your income goes down, but they think you earn too much with the same family size. There's nothing changed with the income went down, but they'll change the requirements and stuff. Or you get a paycheck that was, you covered somebody, you came in 3 hours early 1 week to cover somebody, and then you end up being at work for 11 hours in a row with no breaks, and then you get cut off any kind of assistance, and you're not trying to scam. You're like $50 would help, but it's like you pay in more tax than you could use that money. It's like basically if you're getting like a few bucks, $20 a month, you're paying hundreds of dollars a month in taxes. So you're kind of just paying yourself back technically. And people that don't work and get $7,000-$8,000 a month in food stamps, they're not paying for it themselves. So these people think about that when people work and also have food stamps, which I haven't had in a really long time. Someone told me to do that yesterday. I am at a place where I'm remembering the trip to Tacoma, which I thought was nice. And what I thought was nice was it was the first time that I went to a hotel where I didn't have my relatives there in the room or in a different room. And I didn't have someone say, you have to do this at this time. Come on, let's do this at this time. I want this TV show on, turn it up really loud. Or you want to watch that stupid show, I'm going to judge you for a stupid show. But I got to turn on the TV. I got to go find a restaurant to go get some raw food for carry out. I think I did it carry out and eat at the restaurant. I don't know what. It might have been just carry out because it was late. I think that first night. I was only there for one night. And I also think I went back. Did I go back the next day? I don't remember. Because I think I got everything that night. Juice and food. And they had a refrigerator. I might not have had a refrigerator. I know I did the same thing in Vegas. I did not have a refrigerator, which I was surprised about. No, I had just keep getting ice all the time, which is good because it got me out of my room. I just didn't want my food to go bad. I had it in a dresser drawer because I was trying to keep it dry. It was crazy. I could have called and asked for a fridge. It was so crowded at the front desk. So I had where I was rushing to get out of the hotel before checkout, and I think checkout was an hour after or an hour before. I had to go, or at the same time as this meeting, which was a German or Swedish. I think it was German or Swedish. I think it was German language club. I haven't found a Spanish language club, which you think would be more common. Or it was a Duolingo meetup. So I went to that, and I thought that was a good idea to go out of town and go to a hotel. Did I stay at Shiloh Inn? No. Did I? I forget where I stayed. I liked it, though. It's like, it might have been Shiloh Inn. I like Shiloh Inn. I don't know if it was Shiloh Inn or not. It's right on the freeway. They call it like a low class. The Motel 6 was across the street. They call it a low class or 2-star hotel or something. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't bad. It had a breakfast. It had a fridge. I think it had a weight room, exercise room, and a pool. There's black kids in there. Like I could see their curly hair next to me going towards the drain. I was like, hair. Like I don't even like my own hair. Like somebody else's curly hair. I feel like it's weird saying that, but my hair just breaks off and clumps. It's not socially acceptable, and I have like bad memories. Some relatives' hair in the bathroom, so that might contribute to it because it's a hatred, a dislike that I don't want to dislike. I don't know why my video is not uploading. I waste a bunch of money at this food place. I should have got the kids chocolate bar, but there's like a big fat baby on the outside of this milk chocolate, and everything else was dark chocolate. Went to a German bakery, then went to oh shoot, there's like a big bug in here. Oh my god, I think there's like a wasp in here. I gotta go shut the window. Oh, this is plugged in. I can't turn it on. I seriously think that a wasp just flew in here. Then we went to a German restaurant, and I don't know what I got. I got something for my kids. I don't think my kids they ate like one bit of a cheese. Oh my god. Hold on. A cheese pretzel. And they had something else. I don't even. Let me shut the window. A cheese pretzel and some. It was actually affordable. I think she gave me like extra or something. She's like, "Oh, do you want twice as much of this?" I'm like, "Yeah." But my kids didn't like it. And then I got some more German stuff, didn't I? I got something sweet that had raisins in it. And I don't think my kids ate it. I was like, just pick around the 8 raisins. I was like, dang it. It was either that or poppy seeds. So I don't know. I think I got tea. That's what I got. I don't think they had anything raw. So I got like herbal tea with honey. Talked to these people. The guy who coordinated it was a military man who got an LG phone, or which one? Not an LG, a Google Pixel. I think, is that a phone? A Google phone. And they're like, oh, this is really reliable. I'm on duty. I have to be available and have my phone work at all times. And that was a reliable phone. So that's why I got my daughter. I think my son has a LG, which we had never done anything but Samsung, and even the old flip phones. And I think they're all Samsungs because that's what the free phone was from T-Mobile in the olden days when you actually got a free upgrade. We did get one iPhone 5S when it was like 4 or 5 years old. It was really old. My daughter had that phone. It was so small, the 5S, so you could stick it in her tiny little pant pockets. Then she got this phone, and it's not the same. I guess you could stick it in her back pocket. Oh. So I got to go to Tacoma, and I just want to cry. I got to go to a hotel, and nobody was telling me what to do, and it was less than 24 hours. I had to drive there and go through and get stuck in traffic because I must have left later than I wanted to, and I ended up getting food, doing all that. I don't remember watching TV because I remember in Las Vegas there was Spanish speaking channel. I think that's the only thing I watched. Spanish crimes. I don't even know. I think I just was trying to lounge around, not do anything. I was like, my boyfriend was just my new boyfriend at the time, and I didn't, which is weird because he thought I was going with another guy, but I was like, I told him I was going to be with him. If the other guy didn't talk to me, I don't even know if I even saw that other guy after I came back from Vegas. Because if my boyfriend was my boyfriend, he went to my doctor office with me. My boyfriend was my boyfriend. I'm trying to think. Anyways, this is a short time that I from the time I went to Tacoma, I didn't have a boyfriend, and then the next week we went to Seattle. I swore we stayed in Seattle for 2 nights. So we must have stayed in. Did we stay in Seattle for 2 nights and then go back up to Washington State? Is that what happened? Or was it one night that we stayed in Seattle? It must have been a Friday. I must have worked Thursday night, gone to Seattle with. So a week after I met my boyfriend, I went to Seattle. I had never been to Seattle after living in Portland since 2001. Sent to Seattle. Stayed at that one hotel Y or something, W. And our room wasn't that big. He was like looking around like, oh, I need a better room. And it was just a plain room and it was little. And I was actually surprised because he liked to do nice things for me. And I knew he felt like this is too small. Like, and it was scary because I like went out with him like 2 or 3 times that week. And he was driving from out of state to see me in rush hour traffic. And I was just, I don't know what happened. And I ended up taking a chance to go with him to Seattle. Scared out of my mind. I feel like, I think it was 2 nights. Because I feel like I worked on Thursday, got ready to go on Friday, went up there on Friday, spent the night on Friday, I went to the boardwalk, or the Ferris wheel, or whatever. We didn't go on the Ferris wheel. Then I swear we stayed there on Saturday night, because we went to arcade the first night. Saturday night, I don't remember anything. I don't remember watching TV. What did we do? Maybe we didn't. I swear we stayed Saturday night, though. I think, you know what, I think we did stay on Saturday night, and I think that we went out to a restaurant, a French restaurant that we walked to. Yeah, because, oh, and then it was the next day that we took a long walk. It must have been, because I had to work on Sunday. So we must, okay, so the first night, I think, we went there, we hung out, we found a restaurant, we went to the restaurant, got a salad, maybe we put the salad, if I had leftovers, away, and then went to the boardwalk, the arcade. Nothing was like open that late, and then the boardwalk closed, and the guy kicked us out. And then I think it was the next day we got up, put our stuff in the car, and they said if you're already here, you get to park for so many more hours. I don't know, I had to pay for it. So they went and got the car, put the stuff in the car. They took the car back to the parking garage, to valet. And then I think that's when we took and tried to walk. We ended up at the Space Needle, so we must take an Uber. And then we ended up at the outdoor museum in Seattle. I don't know what it is, by the water. I ended up in the water for a minute. And we went to go to this raw food restaurant, and right when we got there, it had just closed. So it was like, if it was 4 o'clock, it like closed at 4 or whatever. Like we got there at like 4:02. Or we couldn't find it. We were walking as fast as we can. I looked down and saw that it was closed. So I think I must have got tired and took an Uber back to where the car was. And we must have gone to Tacoma to that Viva restaurant. I think that's what happened. And then we went and got the car. Went to Cape Disappointment. No, not Cape Disappointment. Cape Defiance or Defiance. I think of these words. It was like Defiance. That one someone told me to go to when I went to Tacoma, and I didn't have time. Probably had to work. And that time, it was dusk, and the kids, didn't my daughter need a ride home? I was like, we might sleep in the car. And we must have gone to Seattle. We must have gone up north twice. It's like, oh, I want to sleep in the car or something. So I might not come back. But my daughter wanted to ride to work or something. Because I was like, I brought my work clothes. One of those times so I think we went, I ended up last year going to either Seattle and or Washington State, past Vancouver 3 times. Because I don't think we went camping that same week that we went to a hotel.
And because he called it a family trip. He wanted to take my kids on a family trip before school started. We went to my restaurant. I feel like we ate outside. I'm not sure. Maybe we ate inside. I don't remember. So if we went twice, it's confusing. So that means I would have gone 3 times total last summer. 3 out of 3 times. We're all the same summer. And then I feel like I ended up back at my house, and I had to go to work in like 2 hours. He drove all night to go back to Portland. We could have stopped at his brother's in Vancouver, but for some reason I ended up at home. It's looking at my car. I think I forgot part of my uniform or something in the car, which part of it, you have most of it. Usually I always had all my uniform. Anyways, then we decided to go camping. Same thing, I had to work 5 days a week because I was taking leave of absence at the other job because the boss was having a baby and I had health issues. So I took a medical leave. It's so horrible. I don't have any else jobs. I've been over backwards for both of them, and it's like you get nothing. You don't even get sick pay that I asked for. So I'm hurting here. So I ended up going to the Olympic Mountains in an Airbnb, which was, they had a trailer with the tarp over the top, like a RV. They had a lean-to with the pad that was wood, like a wood floor. I think they had another lean-to or just a camping spot, and then they had a cabin which you couldn't see that was on the water, and we were in a cabin that was literally a not hot tub, but a sauna. It even had the space for the chimney thing, and yeah, it was sealed up. So it was literally a sauna with the same type of strips. I was like, I can't believe someone's running an Airbnb like this. Like, I know they're making a ton of money. So there was bats and mice in there, or at least one bat. So I stayed there, and they gave us firewood, but not till the next day. And I fell asleep. I think we went and got. I said I was gonna take a nap. We were like charging the stuff with the solar charger. And we didn't, there was nowhere to walk. There was like a porta potty right next to us, and then there was like nobody there, and then there was like a bunch of people there. So I'm like, it was so crazy because it's like one of those things where you work all the time after you had been working all the time, after you had been working, going to school, and being a single parent all the time. So I ended up having it where I went to sleep and said I'll take a nap for a little while, and then, well, we were only going to stay there. I must have had vacation. I swear that we stayed there in that cabin 2 nights. It might have only been 1. I can't even remember. Oh my god. Anyways, we ended up going to Olympic Peninsula to try to find Whiskey Ridge. And I slept, and we had to pack up the car and check out in a timely manner. And my boyfriend is super conscious of time. And he doesn't want to be like, oh yeah, we're going to be ready. If a checkout's at 1, he doesn't want to be like, okay, it's 12:59, let's leave. He wants to have like plenty of time, like a half an hour. Like he wants to be early. So me thinking, oh, I have 10 minutes and everything's still in the cabin and all over the ground is not, it's like, he gets super stressed, and then I get stressed because I feel rushed. Then it's like he wants to set a good example or not a good example. He wants to be courteous to the owners and stuff, that we're not trying to slack off, and that we're good guests because we're leaving in a timely manner. So that's kind of an issue with me, even though I wear a watch and I'm still really bad at time, but I kind of refuse to wear a watch or not wear a watch because I feel like I'd be worse without it. So I really need help with time management. It's so crazy though, because it's like we went on a trail and I was tired and out of shape, and we did the trail and I was crying because I got in an argument about something, or I thought about my parents or something made me sad, and then
I wanted to walk like point 0.1 miles, and I was like kind of kidding, not kidding. But he probably would have walked like 7 miles or 5 miles. But we found out the road was washed out. So there was trails that say these are not official trails that people had made along the water, and they were slippery. And then, I don't know, I was like, there's another way in here. So there's a very short, we went there, and then there's a very short trail that was a waterfall. So we just went there, took a few pictures, and I think that was pretty much it. And we did sit on the ground, and I cried, and there's people and couples from foreign countries talking to us about how do you get to the other side of where the road is washed out. And we're like, this road doesn't look like it's just washed out last week. It looks like it's been out for 7 years, which is probably the case. I can't figure out how to try to document DocuSign. What? Retrieve document retention notice. I didn't do much hiking, and I feel like that's another day that we had to drive back to Portland, and I had to work the next day. And I don't know if it was that time or the first time. I was trying to think. We had a tent, we couldn't sleep in it. Or was it the time that I went to Tacoma that I wanted to, I think it was the time I went to Tacoma that I wanted to spend the night. I was going to drive, like, to the border of Oregon and Washington, and I was going to sleep in the car at a rest stop or something. I was so tired. I was like, I need another night. But so this one guy that I was dating wanted me to come back. He was like, oh, you couldn't come over or something. I was like, I'm in a different state right now. And then my daughter wanted a ride to work. So I rushed back after the German talking. I rushed back home because of other people. And I think, so this is long-winded. I had this new sense of the first time that I got to be alone. I wasn't in the house because I had a whole bunch of bags, though. I had food and water and clothing and swimsuit and gym clothes and shoes. I had so much stuff. It wasn't a ton of stuff, but I'm pretty sure it took me at least 2 loads to get to the car. So I took a long time. I probably threw, because you're going to hurry, you probably throw like condiments, like whole salt shakers and, bottles of olive oil. Like you don't have time to be like, okay, I only need one night's worth, like little containers that you're going to have time to stick stuff in portable container. It's like you just walk out the door and you just grab stuff on the way out and throw it in the front seat. That's pretty much, when you're in a hurry, that's what happens. So I felt like I had a few hours where it was just me. I was a little late to the German speaking event. I think I got lost. I had to drive around the block and the GPS, and I think I saw somebody else. Oh no, we went to 2 places. Yeah, we went to that first place. I don't know. My GPS, I passed the place, and it was the library, and I don't know what happened. And I had to ask, where's the group at? I just walked past the group, but they didn't say what room it was going to be in and all this stuff. So I made it made it worthwhile, because it was a group set up. You don't ever want to go somewhere and sign up for something and show up and nobody's there, especially if you're driving hours away from home to spend the night in a hotel. But it was opened my eyes to what I could be like if I am not with family members or dating partners or kids. And it changed my life forever, those few hours. My friend told me to go to Vegas. I had tried to go on vacation, with my kids for years. They're like, we don't want to go anywhere. What's the point of paying money? We're just going to sit on and play with our phones and devices anyways. I don't even know if my son had just got a smartphone, but they're just going to play with their toys. And they're like, what's the point of spending all this money on a hotel? We can't even really afford to pay for our house rent and low-income housing. We can't afford to pay for food. So extreme, like us, not extreme coupon, but when you're that busy, you do as many couponing as you can, and you carry around all these coupons and stuff. And so I got to the point where I felt like my friend was almost 60. Him and his wife would go on vacation. They had a nice life for their girls, who are young adults. And I thought, this guy is old enough to say that he enjoys himself 2 to 4 times a year going to Vegas, because he says that's the cheapest place. It's not like the Oregon Beach. It's not like any other hotel in the state.
go out of state. That's the cheapest hotel, the cheapest food buffet, and have a little bit of fun. He said to go to a convenience store and get fruit. I did not do that. So next time I go to Vegas, I want to get some fruit from a convenience store, bananas and stuff. Because I did not make it to a store. I did order from a store a couple of times. So it's kind of sad. I think I was there for 3 nights. And I flew to Vegas and flew back. And again, also the flights were cheap. I feel like I want to eat just to eat. Or I want citrus or something. So it was a little bit sad to have all these things be so rushed and so short. But it was so fun. And I was so tired. And I thought, again, oh, I could just lay in this hotel and just sleep the whole time and just with the TV on Spanish. But I decided, my boyfriend was like, you should go to the show. I'm like, I don't really have the money. Like, I literally spent like a paycheck on the flight, which was cheap, in the hotel, which they add the extra $39 a day plus $25 a day. Like, it can be like $49 or $19 or whatever, $29 a night, but they add that pool fee and that other fee on. So I did that. And I knew it, and I only used the weight room once. Of course, I wait till the last minute. Go to pool or the weight room. How much time do I have to check out? 3 minutes. Okay. It's going to take me 3 minutes to run out of the freaking hotel down to the elevator, which I could never found the stairs, but I was way up high on the pool side. Yeah, the pool side and the Excalibur side. So I chose the pool side. I don't know why, because it was noisy. It didn't start the noise. It had music on, and like all these people, and you could see the people, and they shut down the pool. I should have gone down. It's because I didn't have flip-flops. I was like, oh my God, I don't have flip-flops. I forgot them, and I need to go to the store and buy some. Like, do I walk? I couldn't figure that out. It was really hard for me to think about it. But I felt like I didn't know why God had given me. So I spent years trying to get the kids to go somewhere. I finally started dating. None of my dating partners wanted to go with me, except for with my boyfriend. Because we were, I don't know if we were a couple. Like, the first week, I don't think we were. He was like, will you be my gal? Will you be my girl? And I'm like, the cat on Peppa the Pig, like. And my friend Jose was like, say yes. I was like, I'm scared I'm in. So that was my life, was fun. In between work, I earned money, I saved money, I had tips for a while, taxable tip money and all this stuff, and I feel like, thank God. I hear the scratching from the windows breaking, and I'm the window trim flaps in the wind. I think someone's here, and my heart drops, thinking I am doing something wrong or saying something wrong, because it's like private, but yeah, it's to the world. So when we came out here, then we had a break. We had a little bit of money we spent. I earned some money from my job from last year that I hadn't got paid for, and it took a long time to deal with sitting here in the bed. That chair wasn't even here for a while. We had to get that out of storage. It was hard sitting in the bed all day and having one chair. And we had these stools, but I haven't actually sat. Or maybe I'll sit in the stool, lift some water bottles. Let's do the little ones, and then I'll work my way up. And I had the TV on, and he had the PlayStation. It was on, flashing all night, but it broke. And I was sad that it broke. Actually, people like their toys, expensive toys. And we ended up with the DVD players. We got DVDs and stuff from storage, stuff from the library. So we had been sitting in kind of a quarantine. The car wasn't working. We were barely going to my meetings, barely going to my therapy. And then the car got fixed, and I slowly started to drive around by myself, and I was a little bit scared, but I got used to it. And then all of a sudden, more people were getting sick from January in Washington State, SeaTac, so Seattle Tacoma Airport, where we were, 3 times that summer was exactly where the first person tested positive for COVID-19. And so I think it was January, and I was like, oh my God, we're going to have to get masks. I'm thinking of Ebola. We're going to have to get masks. We're going to have to get gowns. We're going to have to get this. We're going to have to get sanitizer. Oh, I'm trying to get my medical license. Oh, I'm trying to get a job. Oh, should I work at Dunkin' Donuts? Oh, they start at 4 a.m. Oh my gosh, what about the car? We have to get the car fixed. Oh, we owe someone money to get the car fixed and the rent and blah, 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 blah. So it was all this thought. And right before that was the winter solstice. So I was extremely tired, and I slowly started to wake up. And then as this day started getting gradually longer, I ended up with this anxiety. And I said, remember, Mia, last year you you like whoosh, were like a corpse coming up on December 21st, December 20th, December 19th. I was like a corpse. I could barely get up and go to work. I had to work all night till like 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. So you would be a corpse too if you wake up at 5 every morning after getting home at 4 a.m. But as the days got longer, I tried to remind myself, like, you have this nervous energy when you see the sun. You have this nervous energy when you see the birds and the trees and the other people out. And you have all this city traffic in the winter. It's cold and wet. And you're like, why are so many people out? All these people going to work, taking their kids to school. And then you have all this traffic in the small town too. Like, this is ridiculous. This is like when I used to go out to Damascus, Oregon, out in the rural area, and it'd be so much traffic. And you're like, this place was not designed for this many people to commute downtown, and those suburbs that popped up, and all this people living in the country cheap and work at the city getting paid a lot. Ridiculous. Or just joyriding, going to car, teenagers going to school or whatever. I was like, oh my gosh. And then as summer starts to come, and it's even like 10 times more crowded with people wearing not any clothes, yelling and spitting out their windows and having all this boating stuff on top of their tiny little bug cars or little kayaks and surfboards, and music's loud and motorcycles everywhere. Then you still have all the work trucks and the mail trucks, and so it's like, I get a little bit of anxiety because I'm an empath and I could sense energy. So that makes it difficult, because I absorb energy, and I don't want to say that people are bad. There's a lot of people that are bad, or there's a lot of, like, if every one of those people are very good, loving, honest, caring citizens, or I don't like using the word citizens, people, I'd still get exhausted being an empath, because I just feel I'm so sensitive, and I'm in a new place. I don't have any privacy. I don't have a place to go in the yard. And for the past many, many years, one thing that I loved was even just sitting on my step. And I hate those little little red bugs, those little mites, spider mites, or whatever people call different things. There's one thing, I would still sit up there. And so there's no yard. The parks are closed. It's really different. I had shut that window. There's no screen. I thought a wasp came in. I think it came in and flew back out because I had the blind kind of shut. And that window has no... Got fruit flies coming in here and stuff. So it's really hard, and I have to make the best of it. You know, think of Star Trek. They go outside to play now. Like not the older one, the newer ones. The older ones, they landed on planets and got beamed up and stuff. I know it's fiction, but I think about that sometimes. Ships, Navy ships, and submarines and stuff. I think about these quarters. I didn't take my walk. It was thunder type storm. Looks nice and wet and or humid and it's partly cloudy, sunny. It's got that spring feel outside. The grasses are growing. The trees are growing their leaves. The flowering trees are all flowering right now and dropping petals. The squirrels are in abundance. The birds are loud. I heard them first thing in the morning. I heard thunder. So it's not the end of the world. I feel sorry for myself. I was supposed to be at a job today, and I took a shower, washed my hair yesterday. I was going to take another shower this morning, but they never called me. They never emailed me. I am not trying to keep calling them, and I'm just going to do my work with this billing. And if I don't get it in the mail today, I can always mail it and have it sent out tomorrow, or I can drive up to the post office tonight and I do have a P.O. box, get the P.O. box and this at the same time. So mail that. And as long as I have stamps, if it's after 5, I won't be able to use a big envelope. I think you can stamp it if it's under a pound. But that's the problem with not having a printer. So if you have a printer, you can print that up. It'd be like $7 still. If you printed it from home. So they don't even have a kiosk where I can get the stamps, the 80 or $1.29 stamps, which is kind of sad. Someone wanted to ride to Annapolis on Thursday, and I'm not even... Whole Foods is in Annapolis, and there's a Raw Food up in Baltimore. I'm not even going across the Chesapeake Bay right now for my own food and toilet paper. Like, And I'm like, I don't want to give someone else a ride. And he's using the car for a job. I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to be available. And I was supposed to work Tuesday and Thursdays, or at least just Tuesday. It keeps changing every week, and I have yet to work one time. So I guess my goal is to go down and get that printer and bring it up and plug it in, see if it works. Dust it off. I have some wipes. I don't have many wipes. I kind of wish I bought more wipes. But I guess the moral of the story is just trying to think positive. The point I keep making, which is too long-winded, about the summertime, Vegas, we went fishing. It might have been fall. I went fishing out here. I didn't go boating. Oh, free up space. The moral of the story is I can't do that stuff now. I can't go to an amusement park. Even if I could gone on the Ferris wheel, Space Needle, like that whole town is probably closed off. I still have my store. I still have my online accounts and stores I'm paying for, and I need to do something with it because now's the time everyone's at home. I'm going to go ahead and free up some space for my video, and I will make another one. I want to just talk about being grateful that I got to have those memories and those experiences, going to a nightclub in Vegas with a bunch of young adults that I heard some like jungle, I don't know, I heard like jungle music or something in our house, and I was like, wait, I can't go to Uber right now. I was like, where's that music coming? Like, I literally followed the music and stood in line for like 45 minutes to get into this club. All these models got to just get picked out of line and go into the VIP. I was like, I was the only chick wearing pants and a freaking non-high heels, like no weave and all this, no fake lashes, no makeup. I was like, I don't even know if I had my minimal makeup on, but I'm going to tell you I had fun, and I would like to have fun, and I was imagining my boyfriend being wealthy, the two of us together, living in a nice house, even if we fix up ourselves and keep fixing it up, and being able to go fishing and hunting and boating and go and camping and have hobby and still work and get paid and not feel overwhelmed, but for the first time, both of us to be sober and in love and enjoy each other and still be there for our children. That was my imagination wasn't that thorough, but earlier I just imagined the house and him being able to come home and have a big kitchen and having the game meats and fish cooked, like if he had to work or if he was out doing errands, have it all cooked for him. In my raw food area over here, all my stuff is ready. We could sit down at a table, have a meal together, which it would be nice right now. I remember going to Whole Foods and getting a salad. I don't want to pay $8 for a freaking salad or $10. I remember sitting down, getting the salad, getting the food, and just chatting with him, being so happy. I haven't done that in a long time. And part of it is the food and nutrition, not just eating the kelp noodles and the almonds, but having something different, getting a stomach full, having the atmospheres, people around, and being able to sit down at a table with somebody, because it's hard for me, even if I have a table, to keep it clean. Peace, guys. I want to pray about this because I want to make my energy better at absorbing good things from the universe and accepting the gifts of God.